Let's go.
It's 2-2-2.
Okay. Question number 1.
Yeah.
You freestyle?
Do I freestyle?
Mm-hmm.
I could try it. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna catch up. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Visualizing the realism of life and actuality. Fuck who's the baddest. A person's status depends on salary, and my mentality is money orientated. That's not. I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Hey, I was like, hold on. Wait, what the fuck? Who was that?
It's Nas.
Oh shit.
Life's a bitch.
Cause life's a bitch and then you die.
I was listening to that one here.
Yo, that's one of my joints, yo. How did I not notice that? That's okay. So you fuck with AZ too?
I don't know AZ.
Wait,
he's on there. Yeah. Yes, I fuck with AZ.
Yeah.
I fuck with AZ.
I feel like my favorite Nas songs are with him and AZ. They got a couple of joints.
There's a movie called Fish Tank that it's directed by Andrea Arnold, and there's a scene towards the end of the movie where the mother and daughter of this movie dance to Life's a Bitch by Nas, and it's one of the most beautiful scenes in a movie you'll ever see. It's incredible. Really great movie too.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that now.
It's really good.
Yo. Hey, that's one thing I notice every time I look at your Instagram. You always giving like movie reviews and whatnot.
Yeah, I watch movies a lot.
You be watching them like deep cuts too.
Yeah, I try to. But my thing is like because I can't. That freaks me out so much. It's gonna be so much easier for me to talk like this. So because Fish Tank. If I watch Fish Tank, directed by Andrea Arnold, I want to watch more.
Bring the mic a little bit closer to you. You can
like this.
You can pull it up too.
Oh really?
So like this middle part is where you're talking to.
Oh wow, like that?
In the middle, like right here.
Oh, like right here?
Yup.
Oh wow, cool. So if I like movies directed by Andrea Arnold, I'm gonna like if I watch Fish Tank, I'm gonna watch another one directed by her, like American Honey, and then if I watch that and I like someone's performance in that, I'm gonna follow there. So it's like a trail you can follow. Mm-hmm. And that's how I usually watch movies. So it's pretty never ending, which is really fun.
That's actually dope. So do you like once you find them at a certain spot, do you go back or do you try to go forward first?
Well, like it really just it depends. Like I watched Prisoners the one night because I find that to be just a really relaxing movie, which a lot of people wouldn't agree. But I think it's a really relaxing movie. Because it's just in this, like, it's like cold and I don't know, the performances are brilliant. Well, I watched that and I was just like captivated by Jake Gyllenhaal's performance in that. And like I'd seen it before, it's just every time I watch something again, it's like a new thing. Yep. And I was like, well, I have to watch another thing with Jake Gyllenhaal. So I watched Zodiac right afterwards, where he's a detective again, you know? And then the night after that, I watched Nightcrawler. Yeah. And then Riz Ahmed's in that, and I was like, ooh, I haven't seen Sound of Metal in a second. So I watched Sound of Metal, and then Olivia Cook's in that, and I was like, ooh, I haven't seen Thoroughbreds in a second. So I watched Thoroughbreds, and you just keep going down the path. It's super fun. That's a really fun way to watch movies.
See, like, ooh, I need to get back into watching movies. I've been into TV shows lately. Like I got done watching The Pit. Finally got done binge watching it.
Yeah, I watched the first like 10 minutes, but I was eating food when I watched it, and I was so mad that they put something so graphic on the television while I was trying to eat food, and I didn't continue. I know I need to because like it's apparently I heard it was it takes place in like one night.
Yeah, it's a whole shift.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I have to do that. I have to go back and watch that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, there's so many streaming services, and it's so difficult. I mean, I know that's like a talking point all the time. People say that, but I don't know what to do about it. Because, like, I have Mubi and I have Criterion, and that's already enough. Mm-hmm. But then all these things come out on HBO Max or Hulu. Like, right now, the new Alien show's on Hulu. I'm like, how am I supposed to... How can I do this? Mm-hmm. I can't.
So you're into sci-fi?
I'm into anything. It just depends on the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. It really just depends. Like it's again, it's like the trail thing. It's like being in a certain mode. If I watch a Coen Brother movie, I'm going to watch all of them. If I watch like Alien, I'm going to watch like, Life with Gyllenhaal and Reynolds. And like, it's just, they're like, yeah, it's little genre pockets. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. So just in this conversation, I'm realizing like, I told you it was going to be just like our regular conversations.
Yeah.
I forgot to even introduce you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me be a professional again, because it's the Too T3rp podcast, and it's your boy Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. You Knew What It Was when you signed up. Y'all already know MP3 is on satellite. He at school doing them studying shit. Yeah, but he still be around editing, so we still include him. But shout out to the homie right here, man. If you can't tell, entertainment. This is another one of my entertainment homies right now. Because he's more than just one thing. He's just an entertainer. This is what I like to call entertainer.
Thanks.
Yeah, because
I'm an entertainer.
You act, you write, you direct, you improvise. Am I missing anything?
I like to play music. I don't play it a lot, but I do like to play it.
Okay, so musician is what? That's what I'm saying. Overall entertainer. Can't put you in the box, yo.
I appreciate it. I don't like being in a box.
Hell yeah. Well, you ain't in one today. Unless you want to get in the hot box, but that's a whole nother topic.
No, I'll have a panic attack.
Give it up for my homie Larry Claudin. Hold on, let me make sure I do this right.
Oh, nice.
Come on, now that's studio audience.
Nice. That's sick.
You see all them people out there, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, this is cool. This is cool. Like I said, I'm podcasts freak me out because usually I catch myself talking about myself in conversation and I have to stop. And here I have to keep going, apparently. And I hate that. My closest friends would tell you that I'm lying. And I don't know if they're right or not.
I feel like it's just like the honorary passage of what you got to say when you get on a pod.
Yeah. I just like...
Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro.
Good.
I'm the same way, man. That's why I was telling you. Like, I've only done two other than myself because I don't talk about myself for the most part on this.
Yeah. It's a lot easier in that seat.
Well, yeah. But you also got to make it interesting, too. That'd be the scary part, man. But usually people make it easy. So, and I already know you going to make it easy.
I hope so. I really hope so. I don't know.
We literally just did about 10 minutes.
That's true.
I think we're going to be good.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can do this. Easy.
Hell yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on your origins. How did you get started into acting, all of that?
Oh, man. Like most people, I think I just liked it as a kid. Like the aspect of filmmaking. I saw way too many movies.
Oh, that's K-Valley.
Okay.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked.
Shut up.
Nice. I feel like am I gonna keep on?
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. As a kid, I watched a lot of movies that I shouldn't have when I was young. I watched The Truman Show way too early in my life. That did damage. I watched like Road to Perdition and The Perfect World and all these things when I was way too young. And I was just like, I don't know. I was just in.
What was your first rated R movie?
Oh God, that's so tough. I have no idea. I wouldn't have been like old enough to remember. I probably like it. It probably was A Perfect World. And that movie's like fucked up. Can I curse on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That movie's it's pretty fucked up. It's Kevin Costner and he is breaking out of jail with his cellmate. And it's Halloween night and they end up kidnapping this kid in a Casper costume. And it's like Stockholm syndrome. The kid starts like looking up to the guy.
Oh shit.
And Clint Eastwood plays like the sheriff trying to find them, and it's really good, but it's really dark. And I loved it when I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something. And then my grandma, anytime I was at my grandma's house, she would be watching Johnny Carson all the time. So that's how I kind of started getting into like comedy. My cousin showed me like Tommy Boy and stuff when I was really young. So it's just kind of like an amalgamation of all those things put together. And I was just like, ooh, I like doing that. And then I started writing like scripts when I was like, I don't know, like 10 or something. Like,
That's hard.
Like, but you know, it was a 10-year-old's version of a script.
Still, to even want to write that young though.
Yeah. I think I've always had the thing where I'm like, I want to see this thing and it doesn't exist, so I have to make it.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that's hard.
Which is, I don't know. I like having that mindset, but at the same time, it can be extremely frustrating because it's hard to articulate to myself what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hi, I'm Larry. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's K Valley.
Yeah, so I guess that's where I started doing that, and then I would make a lot of like videos with my friends when we were younger, and then there was a thing we did called Rubber Belly, or I'll just say that there's a thing we did, and it was me and a couple of my buddies. At this point, we're like 20 something, like probably early 20s. And we would watch South Park and then afterwards get drunk, come up with an idea, film it, and then edit it, and then release it at 7 a.m.
Oh, that's dope.
And then we would go to sleep. And that was every Thursday
That's tight.
for like, I think like 7 months or something. It was awesome. Some things didn't get released. Some things did. I think it was great, especially for like how drunk we were and it was all improvised. It was pretty good. And then everybody kind of did their own thing and like life carried on.
So were you doing improv back then?
No, this is before I went to the improv shop.
Okay.
But shortly after that, I've always wanted to like be a part of the film scene in St. Louis, but I never knew how. And so I went to Sliff in, I think it was 2016.
That's early in the game.
Yeah, I think it was 2016, and I was at the comedy shorts screening at the Tivoli. I remember because The Fly played, which is a great comedy short where there's not a word spoken. It's really great. It's on YouTube. But I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I got locked out because they had locked the doors at this point. And this gal sat next to me. She was smoking a cigarette, and she was like, "Oh, we locked out." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, that sucks." She's like, "So do you do comedy since you're at the comedy shorts thing?" And I was like, "No, I just want to like meet people, and I just love comedy movies." And she was like, "Oh, you should check out the Improv Shop." And that ended up being Lindsay Shipley, who told me about the Improv Shop. And then a few weeks later, my friend Libby, she messaged me about doing like maybe taking classes within the sketch pad thing that I never got to do, but then she came back around and told me about the Improv Shop as well. And I was like, okay, 2 people have said it, like I'll go. And I like brought a couple friends with me that they were apprehensive, but they loved it. And yeah, and then I started doing improv, and then I met a bunch of great people, and then I met me and Compton started working on short films because we met in a community college film class together, and he started writing scripts. Yeah, and then it just and then it all happened really fast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's hella dope. So like in between there, you also created one of the best sketch teams that the Improv Shop has seen as well.
That's really kind. Shit show. Yeah, I mean, we worked our asses off, so I'll take that title for sure. I think that it's one of the coolest things. It is most definitely one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of and will be a part of. Just the format of how we would work and how close we became so quickly. It was just very. Is kismet the right word? I don't know. It was very cool. And that'll always be like one of the coolest points of my life was working with Shit Show.
Because it started through a tournament, correct?
Yeah, so it was called. It was a show called The Gauntlet. I was in level 2 2, I think, and
Okay.
a teacher.
Oh, so you was already doing shit even during the classes?
Yeah, I was it was in the middle of my classes because the teacher came up and told me I should turn in a audition for this thing called the Gauntlet, and I thought she was fucking with me. And then I did, and I got on.
That's dope.
Which was cool. It was really cool. And my audition was me in a shark costume. And I was really thirsty, so I was just drinking water from a water bottle. And that was it. I was so blown away that it worked. But no, then I was on, so I was on the Gauntlet with, it was Anna Smith, Kristen Ringhausen, Teal Pierce, Tom Murray, Ryan Bamadeji, Chrissy Harper, Annalicia Coker, and, God, did I say everyone? I really fucking hope I did. And then me.
Wow,
I was on there too.
That's stacked. That's still a lot of people that are around and really
it
doing
was like
shit.
the most talented people. It was incredible
That's hard.
to even just like be in the room with them. And then, Anna Smith won, and the prize was like you get to, it's a funny prize to look at now, but the prize was like you can have your own show on the science stage at 10 p.m. And we were like, oh, cool. Which now is like, I'll just sign up. But yeah, so we had that, and that was called the Not Ready for Main Stage Players, and the 8 of us were on that. And then there was a point where like 4 people were like too busy or couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. And then there was 4 of us that were like very on board. And that's when we came up with, I wanted to call it Buttwater. That was the name of the show originally, was Buttwater. That got turned down. And then I said Chenandler Bong, and that was too it was a Friends reference. Mm-hmm. And then Ryan Bamadeji will tell you differently, but I came up with the name for shit show. I was outside smoking a cigarette, and I had a headache. I was like, oh, coming up with these names is great. It sucks. I can't. This is a shit show. And I was like, it was something like that. I don't know. It was probably cooler in the moment. But no. And then we did shit show, and then kind of just like reached out to other people at the shop, mainly students like Ambule, Ryan Myers, Michael Dorwart. He was in Anna's class at the time. Diaz always worked with us, like with music stuff and everything, like from the first show. So Diaz was just kind of already a part of it. God, he's such a genius.
That's the homie. Shout out.
Yeah, and then then we started doing shows, and then we just never stopped, and it was just a very strict schedule for a long time, and things were going really well, and then COVID happened. And obviously there's many more things that are worse that happened than a sketch team slowing down when COVID hit, but it did happen. And then, after that, it was just kind of like everyone just kind of had like their own things happening, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we still do like improv, and we might do a one-off like sketch show here and there, but everyone that was like 6 or 7 years long. Like I'm pretty sure that's how long it was.
That's amazing.
It started in 2018.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and y'all still like what? It was like last year y'all was still performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I'm pretty sure I was at the last one, because it was where y'all were doing the I want to say it was Dracula versus Godzilla.
Yeah.
That was so fucking amazing. Y'all have no clue how much of a tone that show set for me to be like, so this is the tone.
That's awesome. Because that's like, it was such a ridiculous thing. And that's how it usually is with shit shows. Like a ridiculous thing that's said during a pitch meeting, and we go 110% in, and it becomes that. And it's just like, I don't know. It's so cool. We did this thing called Piss Flies. Diaz wrote this sketch where we're all kids in a locker room. Mm-hmm. And the gym teacher I think he wants us to, he wants us to piss in bottles because there's going to be flies that fly up our urethra or something. It's insane. And we all had to have British accents. I don't remember the full scope of it, but we then did a musical number at the end for the piss flies where we all dressed up in fly costumes, and then we had like a baby fly come down. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. But I love doing that stuff where it's just like the most insane idea and actually pulling it off.
Yeah.
Or trying your best to, at least.
Nah, because like y'all go all out with the stage design, just how intricate that was all pulled off in it. It legit, like, did y'all get that video recorded?
Yeah.
Dog.
I think so. I hope so. That's always been a problem with shit shows, not recording things. But Christy and Anna spent a lot of time on those buildings.
And it was all worth it, yo. That shit was amazing, yo. Yeah. That was one of the best things I've seen at the shop.
It was super cool. I love being a part of it.
But I also like how just with y'all sketches and everything overall, y'all utilized the space. So like even with the nightclub sketch where you had it on the side and you had all that playing and then you actually played it up on the stage and all of that. All of that was like, okay, this is dope. Like this is what all you can actually do.
Yeah, and I think that's always been something that shit shows tried to do. And I know for me personally, why I love seeing that is because when I first started at the shop, I was working the door, and there was two teams. One, there was a team called Burnside that was just like the most insane improv team you could imagine. They would like go out on the patio, and it was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, super fun.
Who all was in that one?
It was it's such a turning cast, but it's huge. It's Andy Slowey, John Langan, Katie Paul, Bobby J. Cox, Rafe, Tim Walsh,
okay,
Colin, Matt. God, I know I'm missing some people because there were so many, and then I got put onto it when there was like auditions for Herald teams because it was a Herald team, and I was on it for like I don't know a couple months until they disbanded, which I blame myself, and I know everyone else does too. I've never seen a community hate someone more than when I got put on Burnside. It was crazy. Everyone was so mad. They're like, him? It was crazy. I even was like, me? Yeah, people were really mad at me. That was wild. But so Burnside would do that, and then Blue Velvet Lounge was a show where there was a lounge singer, and the audience was where the show took place. So like there would be like 6 tables throughout the audience where the performers were sitting, and they would have like these improvised relationships that would intermingle throughout the show. It was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen, and I loved working those nights. But ever since I saw Blue Velvet Lounge, I was like, we can use this whole place. It doesn't matter if they're sitting here. Yeah.
That's fire, yo.
Yeah.
That's fire. So like with all of that experience, how did that, in just all those shows, how did that feel personally to go through all of that?
It felt like everything that I'd wanted to do up until that point. Like, it was the SNL schedule of like Sunday pitch meeting, Monday write, Tuesday write, Wednesday table read, Thursday punch up, Friday final draft out, Saturday morning rehearsal, Saturday night show, Sunday table read, and just keep doing that. And I loved it. I didn't have time for anything else in my life, but I loved doing it. And it was, I was hanging out with like the funniest people in the city for all week. Yeah. So that's like really, I'm grateful for that. And I also think it taught me a lot about listening, communication. If anyone from Shit Show is watching this, I've learned. I'm
hollering.
Listening, communication, working in a writer's room together. That was such a huge part of that show. Like bringing a sketch and then 4 people being like, well, what if we did this instead? And everybody having a different thing. And then everyone having to agree on like they had the best one. We're going with that, and being like, yes, absolutely.
That's fire. Okay, so I got a couple of details that I want to ask
yeah.
about with the writers' room because you know I just created one with the homies Maggie and Lucius, and we
yeah.
have our process, and we're learning how to really like hone in on that.
Absolutely.
But I kind of want to know like some of the questions about. I got some questions about your writers' room. So like, did y'all use computers or were y'all more like writing it out?
I think that depends on who it is. I think like I've always been like handwriting first,
Really?
and then transfer it to computer.
Okay.
I do it differently now, but when we were doing that, I was always handwriting. But like, I think mainly like computer. Yeah, and also like the writer's room. I mean, a writer's room can be different in so many different for so many people. But this was like we would have a pitch meeting, and so like we'd have all these ideas, and then whoever was the most jazzed about it out of like the writers of the group would be like, I like that one. Okay, that's mine to write. I have to write that in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
And then bring it in Wednesday, and that's when it becomes like a group writer's room because you read it, and somebody goes, "What if we said this instead? What if this was the button? What if?" And then you kind of just that was the most fun for me. Even though I don't know, I'm just picturing like shit show watching this, and even though it might not have looked like it, looking back, that was the most fun for me.
Oh, because that's the Lions Den right there. That's
Yeah, that's when like feelings can definitely get hurt. That's when like I don't know. That's when you learn that you're the least funny person in the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whenever you do a table read with people like that, which now I'm just so I love it so much. I'm working on a thing now, and it's like we have these like little Discord meetings.
Yeah.
And I usually just keep it muted because I'm like, there's nothing I can say that's going to top anything people are going to say here. I'll keep it on like a notepad, and I'll bring up later. But yeah, there's a lot of lessons learned in that process.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning with all the things that we're doing is like the most fun that I have is in the writer's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's another thing too, which I'm sure many people say, but like the process is the most fun part.
Yeah.
Because the show, it's like, it's great and it can look cool if you build a whole city on stage and stuff like that. But at the same time, it lasts for that long.
Yeah.
It lasts for, 50 minutes, and then you have to pick up all the buildings and you just have to shove them in someone's car and like 3 people's car. It took so long to get those buildings into Chrissy's van. But yeah, it is definitely the most fulfilling part is like the working up to the show.
Oh yeah, because then you get to look back on it and be like, okay, we started from there, but we actually pulled this shit off. Yo.
Yeah, and you learn a lot about the people that you're working with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
you learn their communication styles, and you learn like how short of a fuse that they have.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's different fuses. There's different fuse lengths. Okay, cool. I almost was like, did I bring up Michael at all? I did. I said Michael's name.
Shout out to the homie, yo.
Yeah, we love Michael. That's my brother.
Hell yeah, yo. So like, okay. Also, like you said, you learned how to write. So with that, you were already writing before that, but how did some of those works propel you into some of the things that you did after that? Like, what were some of the projects that you did after Shit Show or during Shit Show?
So before Shit Show was like, I was just kind of throwing shit at the wall. And it was like, I did like creative writing classes, and I went to community college and I took every writing class I could, and I aced all of them, and then I left. I didn't, because I can't do math, I can't do science, and like, that's all you have to do now. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do it. So that's why I didn't graduate from college.
Hey, hold on.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to all the G's who college dropouts, community college dropouts too. At that. Hey, shout out. I did Merrimack, so I feel you on that.
Yeah. So I think when I got in a shit show, I realized what like a 3-beat sketch is and how you can subvert those. And I started watching like Curb in a different way. And I started like learning my voice, I think the most in shit show writing, which is just like, it's taking a small thing and then making it a big deal. I think a perfect example I have for that is like, I was at I was dating this gal and I was at her, there's like a pool party at one of her family members. And, I'd been given this, bottle of water, but it was like one of those, so it wouldn't get warm or too hot because it was a hot day. So it wouldn't get hot too quick. They put it in like one of those flasks, you know? And it was like a screw on lid. And I was like taking a drink of it. And, this little girl, the niece of my partner at the time, fell, and like she fell in the pool. She like, she like was on the diving board. She fell, hit her head, and fell in the pool. Oh shit! And she was like, swimming and everything. But in the moment, I couldn't get this fucking lid on the top of this bottle, and I could not screw it on, and I was like, and I didn't know what to do, and it was horrific. And she's fine. The little girl's fine. She was fine. She kept swimming. She had a great day. But I could not get this lid on this bottle. And I was like, that's so insane to care about that. And so I wrote a sketch about that and did that in shit show.
Did the family notice that you were...
Yeah. They were like, what are you doing? I was like, I can't.
Wait. So you said this was your significant other's family, right?
Yeah. This is my first time meeting all of them.
So they expected you to come in and save their kid?
Well, they were all... I think everyone was going towards the pool except for me. Like, everyone was going to...
They got it. What the fuck?
I appreciate you having my back. I agree. No.
Hey, we already said,
She's safe.
That's what I'm saying. You place emphasis on that. Hey, I'm with you, dog. Ain't no need for everybody to get in there. Did you have your clothes?
When I do podcasts, I feel like I reveal too much.
Did you have regular clothes on or did you have swim?
I had swim trunks on. I was ready.
Ah, shit. All right, see, my bad. That's my fault. I shouldn't have asked that much.
But I think that's what it is. It's like taking those moments where like it's this little thing inside of this big thing, and worrying about the little thing. I think that's where like a lot of my humor comes from. Curb Your Enthusiasm does a great job with it.
I gotta start watching that now. Like I never watched it before, but now that I started to get into film and all of that, and started to like act a little bit and really do the improv, I'm starting to realize how those shows actually are like, oh, this is why everybody be watching them and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, that show is on all of the time in my house. I've watched that since I was probably like 14 or something. My buddy, I grew up with this kid, Sam, and his dad would have it on all of the time. And that's when I first started seeing it. And ever since, I love that show so much.
Close I got the Curb was Entourage.
Yeah. Turtle. Yeah, I watched Entourage too at one point. Dude, it's really funny watching Vinny Chase, like doing acting stuff now, and then watching like Vinny Chase go to his movie premieres and like just how funny they make those movies, like those rock movies. That's great. But to go back to the writing thing, so I would after Shit Show, I think is when I started getting into like scripts. And funny enough, I would like smoke CBD because I can't smoke weed. I'll have a panic attack. It's a thing. I used to smoke a lot of weed.
We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Great.
We'll get to smoke.
Because I have a lot of stories. But yeah, I would smoke CBD every once in a while just to like chill out, and it helps me a lot. And that's how I wrote Last Day of 8th Grade. And I think that's where that's when I started realizing I can just kind of write anything and it doesn't have to be filmed. It can just like be put up somewhere, or even I could just like do it. I think that was a really pivotal moment. And I think so it was New Year's of 2023. No, it's 2024. Yeah, nightmare year. It was New Year's of 2024, and I had COVID, and I was at home, and I watched Triangle of Sadness, The Square, Sick of Myself, and Carnage all in like a day. And all 4 of those movies are so... Oh, and Force Majeure. So 5. All 5 of those movies, 3 of them being Ruben Östlund, were like such a huge influence on opening my brain to a writing style of like, oh, I can like make fun of the shittiest parts of myself and everyone around me. And I think that was a really, I remember that being like a really big night. I called Michael. He also had COVID because we had seen the movie together. I called him and I was like, I have never been more jazzed in my entire life. I'm gonna write a play. And that night I saw a reel with Mark Duplass talking about getting a voice recorder and just like playing all the characters and talking to a voice recorder. And so I DoorDashed a voice recorder to my house and I got it. And then I did a short, or like, I guess it was like 40 pages. So it's like a 1 act, with these 4 characters. And I did the whole thing in my room for like 5 or 6 hours. And it was so much fun to find this new way of writing. Because then I would sit down and I would like transcribe it in my computer and I go back and do another scene. I go back and it would become a second draft that way. And I still have it. I still have that script and it's still like one of my favorites that I've done. But that's then when I learned, I don't know, it was just a big night. It was a really big night because I watched all these movies. I was like, oh, I can do that. And then I did it and I was like, oh my God, this is a whole new way of writing as well. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
It was cool.
You got me thinking now. That's all like, so I was doing that with stand up for a minute, but I never thought to do that with my regular writing.
Yeah. Stand up. Oof. I did that for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
How long?
I don't know, a couple of years, I think.
Oh, shit.
But I would only go to like a few open mics. I wasn't like hitting it hard or anything like that.
Was you hitting up heavy?
What?
Was you hitting up heavy, like Heavy Anchor?
I did Heavy Anchor a couple times, yeah.
What was the main one that you would do?
The Improv Shop. They had an open
Really?
mic. Yeah. They had an open mic hosted by Rafe and Bobby J. Cox. It was super fun. I really liked that one. Heavy Anchor.
Shit.
I didn't always love. Nothing against Heavy Anchor. Just the crowd was always weird. I feel like people will understand that if they hear this. So I think mainly it was just like it was a character that I was doing. I would play like a mandolin and do one-liners in like a really awkward voice. I think it worked. I don't know. Others would argue that it didn't. I think it worked great. And then Christy and I had like a duo, like a stand-up duo called Bill's Wife, which is incredible. And we're going to bring it back.
Hell yeah. That's tight.
She doesn't know that, but we're going to bring it back.
That's actually really tight.
Yeah.
I've never thought about, well, yeah, 85 South Show. Actually, yeah, I take that back. There's quite a few stand-up groups and duos that I pay attention to. So, no, I was going to say that's a new concept, but then I thought about it. I was like, wait, no.
Yeah, we wear turtlenecks.
Have you seen 85 South Show?
No.
So that's, have you ever heard of DC Young Fly? He's a comedian. He acts too. He used to be on Vine. He had the DC character tattooed on his forehead.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Okay.
And like he does this with this dude Chico Bean and Carlos Miller. But they all basically do improv / stand up. And they got to the point where they were doing it in comedy clubs, but now it's grown to where they do it in arenas and all that shit.
No way.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Being able to do like improv big time, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the dream. You
Yeah.
know who's going to end up doing that?
Who's that?
Freaking Touch Baseball.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, they be going hard.
Ryan Ashley.
Yeah, they be going hard with it. For real.
Talk about freaking talented angels.
Straight
Jesus.
up. Yeah. Yeah, check out that episode too. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss Vine. 6 seconds. I spent so long on there for it to be 6 seconds long. Mm-hmm. Hours just watching the same one. Yeah, that was great.
Did you ever make any Vines?
Yeah, kinda. I saw this guy, Evan Brain. I saw his page, and I was like, I'm just going to do that exact same thing. And so I did. I bit his style hard. I'm going to admit it right here. That's the thing about me. I'm going to be transparent on here, all right? I'm not hiding nothing.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
We like that here at Too T3rp.
Yeah. Everyone's tried it. Everyone's tried biting styles.
I feel like that's how you... Sometimes it's not even biting. It's just, that's what you're trying to figure out the outline.
Yeah,
and so you're just following the outline, yeah.
Inspo. I feel like that works in filmmaking, and it's not looked down upon. I mean, unless it's like straight up a ripoff. Mm-hmm. But I think that's like, I mean, that's what I do all the time. Like for like when we did Wet Hands, it was like there's 3 moments in that are just, I'm like, I like the way that looks. This scene in I, Tonya, I like the way that they filmed that. We're going to do that. I text Ricky, I go, we're going to do this, just so you know. And he goes, okay. He liked it. So, but yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's just like, it's looking up to people or seeing something that's so inspirational and being like, I want to make my version of that until I figure out what my thing is that hopefully can inspire somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's all that it is. It's just your version or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
No thought is new. No idea is original.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
There's so many times where I've written something or a buddy of mine has written something and then a movie trailer drops and you're like, what the that's mine. I just wrote that. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when you realize that's why you got to really stick to your perspective and your version of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's another thing too when it comes to like performing. Something that's always I've been drawn to is performers that are like so brutally honest within what they're doing to where like they don't care if they look like a bad person and they don't care if they look weird or like I'm trying to think of like a good example. Rafe Spall did this play called Death of England, which you could find on National Home Theater Live. It's a good app. You have to get a subscription, but it's like it's plays you can watch. Like really high production value, big names in them and shit too. But Rafe Spall did Death of England, and it is so volatile and just like electric and fast and. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And I was like, man, I want to do that. I just want to I want to seem insane. Like on a stage is what I want to do. Like I really want to let go.
Yeah.
And just like, just become something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, I be wanting to do that. Like, I think in this next couple of years, I really, really want to get into my acting bag.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing recently. Because for a long time, I was like, oh, I was an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic. No, we can take that out.
Hey, man, we don't judge around here.
I'm just yelling that I am an alcoholic.
Now, like, we definitely support all of that around here. Like, a lot of the people that have been on podcasts, on this podcast specifically, have dealt with addiction, and cannabis has been one of the ways that they've been able to work through it.
Yeah.
So, we definitely, promote people telling their stories and, all of that. No.
Then I'm an alcoholic. I'm 4 years sober. I'll be 5 years, March. Thank you very much. March 30th.
That's what's up.
It'll be 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It was not great for a very long time. And I, like I said, always loved film and acting and all that stuff, but I never took it seriously until I got sober. And like 3 months after I got out of rehab, I did, because I went for 30 days. I got out and then immediately got an agent. And then got the first thing that I auditioned for, I got the part. which is weird how often that happens. Like the first audition people get, they get the part usually. I don't understand it. It's like a thing. I'm getting my toothpicks. Sorry, these pockets
you
are
good,
crazy. Bro. These were my mom's pants, and they're like super tight in the pockets.
I see what you're trying to do there.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Alcoholism. What were we talking about?
Oh, you were talking about how you had just got signed.
Oh yeah, the acting, getting serious in acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my agent, April Schroeder with Now Talent, incredible. If you need an agent, go to Now Talent. But yeah, I started then doing a lot of shorts with like Compton, but I started taking classes for acting too, and like trying to understand how to do it, not just like show up and be like, I don't know, method. Cause like, I don't know, I'm not method. And I very recently started like the clips thing, cause everything's different now from what I understand. Like one, when I got out of rehab, like it was 2021. So a lot of auditions are online. So I didn't do a whole lot of like in-person auditions, which I hear now is like really important to the whole process. So it's kind of upsetting, but I get to do it every once in a while, and it's a nightmare. So I'm also fine with the online auditions or submissions. But I had a reel, like one reel, an acting reel, for the longest time, and then my buddy told me to use clips instead, like little 12 to 30 second clips. And I did that, and ever since I did that, it has been so much better through like Actors Access and stuff using clips. So if you're an actor and you have a reel, just a reel and no clips, and you're like, why aren't I even getting a message back about anything? Post clips and use those. It's a game changer.
So do you think that's a good or bad thing for the industry though? Because essentially they're saying I can capture what I need to capture off of 10 seconds.
Well, I think like, are you saying that who's saying they can capture what they have to capture? The actor or
no, the
casting director? Well, that's so I don't know much about casting directing. I know that they should have their own category in the Oscars for sure. And they don't, which is crazy.
I never thought about that.
But I wrote a short recently, and I needed 2 roles filled, and I just want to kind of to branch out from the people that I've worked with before. And I got on Backstage, and I started looking through multiple actors and actresses from here to Chicago, and like 10,000 pages, you know, it's like thousands and thousands of pages. And so you have like 12 to 15 minutes. I would spend like a couple hours each night going through all these pages. And you have like 12 to 15 minutes before you get face blindness. And within those 12 to 15 minutes, there's probably 2 or 3 people that look like they fit the part. And so when you go to their page, it's like you really can tell within the first 5 seconds if somebody is right for the part.
Okay.
It's weird. And again, I've done this one time. You know, I am not a casting director. I'm not saying that I am. They do so much and so much work, and I can't even imagine. But in my experience from doing this one time, you can tell pretty quickly on if someone is right for the part or not, just based on even body language and like what they're doing with their body. One thing that I noticed, and this is not a dig at anyone other than myself because it is about me, but anytime I saw someone's reel that like started with crying or screaming, I was always just like, I just want to see you like filling a cup of water at a sink. Like, I just want to see you like existing, you know, like having like a conversation. Because the crying and screaming part isn't, you know, that's such a 2% of the script, usually. And so I had to go to my reel because mine starts with a crying scene and ends with a screaming scene. And I had to go back and like, I had to basically like rebrand my stuff, which I still haven't done. I still have to make a new reel. But I noticed it and I was like, oh, I have to change that because that's something that I just don't personally like about my own reel. But yeah, I learned a lot from doing that. And eventually I was like, oh, I don't have time to do this short right now. And so I just put it aside. But, yeah. What were we talking about? Acting.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
No, that's a lot. Like, that's all interesting that you've been able to come up with these different techniques for writing, with acting, like even taking it all serious, down to the part of having a manager. Like, that's a lot. Especially like coming from where we come from with St. Louis and all of that. Like, a lot of people are afraid to really dive into the entertainment scene and really try to do it from here as well. I think that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah, I think that like, I don't know. I love filming in St. Louis because it is like I know everyone. Like, if I go to a set, I know most of the crew already. And every crew in St. Louis is incredible. Everyone's so cool and everyone's so sweet and so talented. It's insane. Even like the kids coming up right now from Lindenwood and Webster, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, they're so talented in their early 20s and like they're efficient. They're on time. It's incredible. I wanted to say before we move forward, I have an agent, not a manager, because a manager is different, and I wish I had a manager. But yeah, doing film in St. Louis is...
Before you go any further, break that down real quick.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the same thing as like a producer role on a movie. I should know. Because a producer oversees everything. I know that. But what does that mean? I don't know. An agent finds roles and is like, this is who I have for that. And I think the difference is a manager is more one-on-one, so it's more hands-on.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. We should figure that out. Google it. But yeah,
see, this is where MP3 would come in handy right here.
MP3. Well, college is cool. You know, college is cool. I guess. I didn't fucking go. I don't.
That's right. I forgot to turn that on. I just noticed that.
What?
It wasn't on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the camera. I was like, that hasn't been on.
No. That's on. Everything's on.
But yeah, filming in St. Louis is really cool because everybody is like, I don't know. It's not. I haven't lived in LA or New York or Atlanta when it comes to like doing film or anything like that. But I can only imagine that it's more friendly in St. Louis. Like, more people have each other's backs, I feel like. I don't know. I don't even want to talk on that because I don't know anything. But I do feel like St. Louis is very it's very familial with like just everybody. Everyone knows everyone within the film scene, kind of. And it's really cool. Yeah.
That's dope. Like, I feel as though we're getting ready to come into a spot where it's worth the payoff. Like, you see Nikki Glazer, like, she came back home and started really jumping her career off to where it is now.
Yeah. It's cool because there's like, I think there's 2 features that film. There's one that just wrapped. And then there's another one that's shooting coming up. But like, feature films are starting to come here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool because we got the tax incentives. And I think that's great because like I auditioned for a role in one of those features, and I got an email back being like, "Here's the people being considered for this part," and I knew everyone on it.
That's
and like,
what's up.
that's so. It's like I know I'm like rooting for all these people too.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like I find that hard to believe that would happen in any other city, but I could be wrong. But it's just cool because you're like, oh well, if I don't get it, I hope one of these guys do. You know?
Yeah.
So like, It's just really, it's cool how close everyone is, and that bigger things are starting to come here. They just did a thing with William H. Macy. I think it's called Soul on Fire.
Yeah. With him playing Jack Buck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just did that here last year. Just premiered at the St. Louis Filmmaker Showcase. Yeah.
Hell yeah, we busting into some shit, yo. I'm excited. Like, I feel like I came in at a good time. I just did my first short film, so that was dope. Shout out to Alexia. The World Can't Stop Us. You know, shout out to my co-stars, Maya, Ellen. You already know Jamal, the comedian. Yeah, we did the damn thing with that one. I just found out. Yeah. Appreciate that. Ooh, see, look at you. Already learning the buttons and whatnot. I see that. That's what's up. Hell yeah, you know, doing the damn thing. Trying to work my way into writing. You know what I'm saying? I just had Larry read over one of my first scripts.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. It was because like I said, I thought it was gonna be more of like a comedy, but there was so much heart in it, and like there's like a very like dark undertone to it as well, which I loved.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the I'm trying to give dramedy vibes.
Yeah.
If I could give the perfect scenario, it would be like my version of Succession.
Hell yeah. I love Succession so much. I don't think there's a show I've watched more than Succession other than Curb.
Yeah, Succession is fire, yo.
Yeah. I think I've watched it like 7 times now. It's incredible. It's that, like, talk about performances.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crazy.
I think the older brother is my favorite.
Strong?
Kendall.
Jeremy Strong?
Yeah, Kendall.
Oh, yeah, Kendall. Yeah. He's so nuts. He's great in everything. He did the one with The Apprentice. He was in The Apprentice. He played Roy Cohn.
Okay.
That was insane. One of my all-time favorite movies, probably in my top 5, is The Big Short. And Jeremy Strong is in that as well, and gives an incredible performance. That movie also is very. That is what happened to, well, so many people. Obviously, the housing market crash, but it happened. Like, my family was directly hit by that. And so, like, that movie, whenever I tried to play at my house, my mom would hate that I'm trying to play it, and she would turn it off. But it is so great, and it's nice to, like, if you ever wonder what happened in 2008 to the housing market crash, you can watch that movie, and they'll make it digestible and so that you can understand it. And I think it's really important that people do understand it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to watch that one.
It's great.
I've heard of it. I just never watched it. There's a bunch of movies where it's like, I need to catch my game up.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I feel genuinely bad for a lot of people because so many people don't spend their whole life watching movies. And so whenever I bring up a reference or a movie, they're like, oh, I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. And I'm just like, there's too many of those for you. You'll never be able to see them all.
See, like, I watched quite a few movies growing up. I watched more TV shows than anything. Yeah, I was like a TV show fanatic.
What are more of your favorite shows?
I said Entourage is up there. I'd say as of recent of the last couple of years, Snowfall, Power was one of my favorites.
Yeah, Power's sick.
Yeah, that was my one. Insecure.
Oh, I haven't watched that one yet.
What?
I know. It's on Max.
Yeah.
I know.
That was my shit.
I keep forgetting about that one.
Insecure was amazing. I loved Girls.
Oh, my God.
Girls out.
I love it.
Yeah, I feel like Insecure is the black version of Girls.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is there an Adam Driver character in there?
Yeah. That would be Lawrence.
Okay.
But I feel like he's the better version of Adam Driver. Adam Driver was a straight fuckboy.
He was so shitty.
But he also had reasons as to why he was shitty, because really, Lena Dunham's character, I forget her name in the show. She was shitty as
Everyone
hell,
in that show
yo.
is awful.
Yeah,
Everyone in that show
they
is
grimy
a
as
bad person.
fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, but old girl, with the tats though, she was my favorite.
Which one?
Shoshana? No,
Shoshana's my favorite.
Yeah, she was lit. That was the one that was the weird one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she wasn't.
She ended up being the most, yeah.
For sure.
She had her shit together the most.
Who's the other chick? Marnie?
I couldn't stand Marnie. It was the other one. The one with all the tattoos.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about, and I didn't like her.
What? Nah, I fucked with her.
I know.
Man.
I know. A lot of people have said that. It's Lena Dunham's like cousin, right? Or is it Shoshana's cousin?
Yeah. Yeah, she was lit.
But Adam Driver in that show is a huge inspiration, I think. Immediately out the gate, just insane.
Yeah.
So the way that dude talks is so wild. I love it. Yeah.
He was pimping on a whole nother level, yo.
Yeah, he was pimping on a whole nother level.
Hey, man, ever since I started writing this show, man, I look at everything completely different. So I read this book. I audio booked it. Have you ever heard of Iceberg Slim? So it's called Pimp, and it's like the story of a pimp, and it's the story of Iceberg Slim. And so essentially, he was a real person. And so I watched a documentary about him first, and then I read the book. And essentially, the way that he came up with the book was through real life experiences, but he ended up marrying this woman. And so he would talk about his former past of being a pimp, and they would just be sitting around in a room, and they'd be sitting up there chilling or whatever, and he get to talking about these stories, and she's like, "This is crazy. Like, we should be writing this. Like, you can make money off of this." Mm-hmm. And so then he just started. It's like, all right, well then fine then, get a typewriter, some shit, and type my shit out as I talk. And so that's how they started doing it. And so they sent it to a newspaper at first, and so it became an open column at first. Like, essentially like an Ask a Pimp type deal or whatever.
Yeah. And
so then once that started making some waves, he started getting on TV shows and whatnot. So they decided to write a book, and he wrote the book, Pimp and all that. And basically it was kind of a handbook, but it was also a cautionary tale of what pimping really is and what it does.
Yeah.
And a lot of people reference that as the go-to, as the game, the book that you want to go to if you want to learn how to be a pimp. This is the book that they usually go to. Like, all the essentially like all of the rap artists who kind of implement the pimp style of rapping, all of that stuff, and just to hold the pimp moniker and whatnot. Yeah. And a lot of what you see in like, culture and whatnot, they get it from this book.
Have you read it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just got done reading it. And
really?
It made me realize I had really I had been raised with a lot of those morals and ethics, just, from my family and stuff like that. And that was wild to really be like, while I'm reading this book, some of that stuff I was saying it before it even happened, I could be like, I'm gonna get, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, okay, now you can really understand where a lot of mentalities come from, why you look at the world the way that you do. And it's like, oh, so that once you can really correlate it to why you think that way, yeah, it changes everything. And I don't think it was for the bad. Honestly, I think it's for the better, because now I can I don't have this jaded outlook on it. Now I can really understand, wait, you know what? This motherfucker probably read this book too. Or, they just don't know it, but they have these tendencies because they was either around people who had this mindset, or, they're raised, it's all these factors now where I'm like, okay, I look at life completely different. A bunch of relationships and all that stuff, I look at all those differently. Like, you can just see a lot of different things throughout just life whenever you are able to see the pimp mindset from what it actually is, because it's not what everybody thinks that it is. It's not necessarily that a pimp is the always this evil, bad person who always has these bad intentions. You got to really look at what their story is and what will make somebody even want to be in that type of position of power and all that, or they'll have those type of dynamics.
Yeah, humanity.
Not only that, but a pimp is a whore that just has the upper hand of what the situation.
That's sick. I've never heard that before. That's good.
But that's the reality.
No, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Pimping ain't easy.
Not at all. And so you learn the whole dynamics of what that actually means.
Yeah.
And just, of course, I'm not here to sit up here and glorify pimping or anything like that, but you understand the dynamics a lot more, and you kind of start to understand how it's not just what we correlated to as sex work and all these things. It's just everyday life where these dynamics of pimping can be applied to.
Yeah.
It's a mindset.
It is a mindset. I think that's the whole thing. I think that's all it is. It's a mindset. I am so not pimp material.
See, I disagree.
Mindset.
You're an actor.
That's true. That's true. Can I play a pimp in a movie? I don't know. You know who I think that I could emulate? Ben Foster.
Yeah. But so okay, what would your archetype of a pimp be?
Archetype of a pimp. I don't know. He's got like a big coat, big fur coat.
See, that's not your. That's what I'm saying. You could be a pimp.
No,
it's not what everybody. It's not what the everyday.
I immediately think of the Player Haters Ball.
Yeah, see,
from Chappelle Show.
There's so much deeper than that.
Yeah. Well, blame Dave Chappelle for that.
The biggest pimps are the ones in just regular everyday suits.
Okay, like
we just
Jordan
don't.
Belfort.
Yeah.
I heard a song called Jordan Belfort the other day. Have you heard that?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Song. Great. I listened to it over and over.
But no, all jokes aside though, straight up, like all them dudes like that, that's just straight power pimping at that point because they make so much money. A lot of the women that they with, when you see like the Wolf of Wall Street and all that shit,
Yeah.
that's pimping.
Yeah. So like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs.
Pimping.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a whole nother level because I got y'all to buy into a product and I made y'all worship this motherfucker.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I got y'all all in the palm of my fucking hand, and if I feel like it,
I had no idea that pimping went so far.
So that's what I'm saying. People don't really understand what pimping actually is.
Yeah.
It's me having to do nothing and you going to get it.
Yeah.
And I'm convincing you to make you feel as though.
That's what I mean. I'm so easily convinced to do things. I would be like, oh, I'll go do that. Easy.
Everybody's getting pimped in one way or another. We just don't look at it as such. We look down on the people who are on the corner, but really that's the most solid motherfucker doing it because they acknowledge and they know exactly what they doing.
Yeah.
It's everybody else who lying to themselves and saying that it's not happening.
Yeah. And so, did you read this book to help with the script?
Partially, but also just to understand life. Mm-hmm. Because in the neighborhoods that I had the service doing the route and all that stuff, I spent a lot of time around there. And so a lot of those environments had a lot of pimping and stuff and all of the different environments of, the drugs and all of that stuff. So I was able to have this so I don't have necessarily the same mindset as the average person, I like to say. I like to look at people from a lot of different circumstances because I've been able to come across a lot of different people with varying backgrounds.
Yeah.
So whether that be somebody that could be a gangster, that could be, that's somebody that is a pimp, that could be somebody who then did some really dark shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love the most about you because we've touched on it a couple times when we've been hanging out of like, you're very much of the mind of like, I don't think that there's bad people necessarily. I think people just can do bad things.
Yeah.
And it just takes like learning and growing from that.
Yeah, but there are some bad people. Don't get it fucked up now.
Right.
Yeah, don't get it fucked up.
Bad
yeah,
people.
some motherfuckers ain't shit.
But for the main part, that's what you've expressed a couple times. And I don't know. I think that's great.
Thank you.
I am someone who gets pretty caught up in like I don't know, just like wrongdoings
Mm-hmm.
and justice and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it is true that there's like, yeah, there are some bad people for sure. But most aren't.
Mm-mm.
I feel like most are just like in a bad spot or have made bad choices or bad, Yeah. And I think that's like, I don't know, everyone has.
Hey, sometimes it's even deeper than that. Sometimes you don't even understand the choices that you are making that are actually bad.
Yeah, that too. I know that to be true. Yeah, no. I think that's like, it's all, what is it? Hindsight's 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that's literally why I try to lead with perspective on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like there's not necessarily not certain things. I don't know. A lot of things aren't facts. There are certain things that are facts, but then most things are kind of like they're nuanced, but you could still find a point that you're trying to prove within this, as long as you know it makes sense.
Yeah.
So like me and Che were having a conversation last week about a lot of being overly positive or being overly pessimistic.
Yeah.
And I was kind of saying you kind of got to be in the middle. And a lot of people tend to try to be overly positive and look down on somebody who isn't necessarily overly positive as well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you have to have positivity, but you also have to understand a lot of the things that are coming against you. Because you can't just say that everything's always going to be this or always going to be that on both ends, because you also can't be too negative and just say that it's all doom and gloom and that it's never going to get better. It might not get better in your time that you see it, as well as it might not always be the negative thing that we see today. But there's also got to be this middle ground of it's not good today, but it can be better and we have to make it better.
Yeah.
So you always have to kind of be in the middle of understanding, like, yeah, shit's fucked up. It's probably going to be fucked up for a minute, but we got to keep making these positive moments, because every now and then you will see something positive come out of these ain't shit situations.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's been like pretty constant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, damn, this sucks. Well, hopefully something good comes from it. Yeah. I've always appreciated, though, that outlook that you have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we all got it. I mean, we're fucking entertainers. Like, there's no way you can't have that mindset and be an entertainer, because
That's true. It's like you have to know that there's depth to everyone to be an entertainer.
Yeah. And just to yourself in the process, shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, someone who's like, I feel like in acting, that's a huge thing too, of like doing a whole backstory for a character. Mm-hmm. You know, there's the good and bad tied in with all of that. And I think, just applying that to,
Huh. That's real. I never thought about it with character development as well. You're right. Because if you can figure out that complexity or whatever and really tap into that can really,
because they always say, like, you know, if there's a good guy or a bad guy in a script, or if you're playing a good guy or a bad guy, like, if you take on the part, if you take the part or you get the part, it's, you don't ever want to see them as that. You just want to see them as like a person.
Mm-hmm.
And you also want to, like, I've heard this from, I mean, I listen to Backstage podcasts a lot.
I was just I was listening to Seth Rogen's the other day.
Yeah, because the studio, incredible show. But so many of the people on there, I mean, that's where I get like a lot of the stuff that I've learned or try and remember is through that, specifically like Vincent D'Onofrio. He's a very smart guy. But being best friends with the person that you're playing, like, they've done nothing wrong. You have to make sure that they're justified in what they're doing, even if what they're doing is would be considered wrong by others.
Okay.
It's fun, honestly, to see something done on a page and be like, okay, so how can I justify this? Yeah, it's part of the work for sure. Which I think that's the cool thing about acting is like all the work comes before being on set, and so like it is the character development part of it.
That's true. Yeah, you really gotta be able to hone in on like your lines, all that shit, and really kind of have a grasp of who you want to be as this character before you even get on set, because there's so many moving parts.
Yeah, and that's another thing said by D'Onofrio of like, all you have to do when you get on set is know your lines and listen, and then like know where you want to go.
Yeah.
And if you can do those three things and you know your script front and back, then it should work out. Which.
Yeah.
I hope. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. Getting off book has always been the most fun part for me. I love getting off book for stuff though, because like I record the other people's dialogue and then I play it in my car like all day and just do my lines.
Smart. That's hella smart.
You have to leave gaps though.
What's the longest script you've had to memorize?
The longest script I've had to memorize was, when was that? After I did Last Day of 8th grade, my friend Justin was doing a play. I didn't know him at the time. It's a beautiful story as to how this play was made. Basically, and I'll ask him if it's okay if I talk about this when we're done. But he was like, hey, I have this thing. I know you're an actor. I'm going to put this on at Greenfinch, and I want you to be the lead. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I want to say that was like 40 pages. It at least felt like it. But it was something like that. And that was the first time I'd ever done a play. And I did it. I got off book for all of it. It was great. It was super fun. It was terrifying. We did it at Greenfinch. So like, while I love the Greenfinch and it's so like, I don't know. I don't know what word to choose. I'll just say cool. It's cool. It's a hip place. They probably would hate the word hip. There's like a.
I know. Fuck. Go ahead. I know what you're saying. Though.
Yeah,
I do know what you're saying.
It's like up and coming, cool,
eclectic.
Like, maybe.
I don't
know.
Yeah, I don't know if that even be the word.
MP3, where the hell are you?
What did the Thar said, boy?
But we need so it's like the stage is like the floor, and then the chairs go up. So like you're at eye level with the audience.
Yeah.
And then they're like higher than you. That was awful to experience. And the worst thing, this is the first time I'd done something that wasn't comedy on a stage. So there's not a comedic element to it.
Yeah,
really. There's maybe a couple lines, but it's a dramatic play. And not hearing a laugh the whole time, I didn't know if I was doing good or bad. And so I was so in my head. If you saw a tape back, I was just like, there was just so much sweat. I would like my clothes were drenched after both shows because we did it 2 nights in a row. And oh man, brutal. The show went well, I think. People said it did at least, but fuck, doing a dramatic play, I don't know.
Well, I guess would you do it again?
I don't know. I don't know. It's so I mean, I would, but like, it's really difficult getting over that point of like not knowing how the audience is taking it. I'm assuming if because that's something too. You're doing like a dramatic scene of like you're like crying on stage and somebody's like sniffling or coughing or having a coughing fit. And like you just have to keep going.
Yep.
And it's so when we're in a comedy show and somebody's doing like a coughing fit, it's not it doesn't faze you. It was wild seeing the difference between the two, and then having to you have no option. You have to do the whole thing. You have to keep going.
Right.
And it was very scary. Yes, I would do it again. Yeah, I loved it. I love that experience. Justin is a really great guy.
That's fire, yo. Okay, so now we've spoken on some of the works that you've been a part of. Let's speak on the ones that you have put on and you are creating yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I've done Last Day of 8th Grade, which was a play at the Improv shop. We did 3 times. I smoked CBD, and I was okay. So the trailer for the Nickelback documentary came out, and I love Nickelback. I love butt rock. I don't care.
So you, are you Canadian?
No.
Okay, so that's the other thing that I wanted to ask because I already know. What's your favorite concert that you've been to in Nickelback's?
I haven't been to a Nickelback concert.
Whoa.
I know. I know.
All
I've
right.
never been to a Nickelback concert.
All right.
My mom used to play it all the time when we would drive around in her Jeep Grand Cherokee. She would take me and my friends to Great Skate, and she would play Buck Cherry Crazy Bitch. I don't know if you know the words of that song. It's you're a crazy bitch. You fuck so good when you're on top of it. I dream of doing you all night. Scratches all down my back to get me right on. That's the that's the chorus. And so my mom is singing this song while all my friends are in the car, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is the most embarrassing thing ever. My mom was, yeah, in fact, crazy bitch. No, she was great.
Nah, she was lit, yo.
Yeah, no,
Hey.
my mom was awesome.
Yo, first off, I kind of got to pull your card, though, about being a real Nickelback fan, though. I got to be real,
Because
man.
I've never been.
Yeah. Every real Nickelback fan that I know,
Okay,
man.
but it's not. It wasn't. It happened later. You know, so like, I listened to butt rock, ironically. So like, Creed, Nickelback, Three Doors Down. And
Wait, why is it called butt rock?
Oh, this is fascinating. Okay, so it's called butt rock, right? Which there's a bunch of bands under this blanket for butt rock.
Okay.
And depending on some of the ones you choose, some people will say it's not a part of it. They just don't understand the blanket. Butt rock is bands that would, those radio stations that, they're bands that were playing on the radio stations where they'd be like, and this is rock, nothing but rock.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
nothing but rock. And you just keep that part. And those bands that will play on those stations, that's butt rock.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Is that the true origin? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm a big advocate for butt rock.
See, I thought this was some freaky shit.
Nope. It's just really good music.
That's a great way to troll motherfuckers because they think that you on some freaky shit, but you can be like, get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, get your mind out of the gutter. This is just nothing but rock.
See, that's some genius shit, yo. hey, that's some tight shit.
But,
no pun intended.
Nice. It's good. It's quick. The trailer for Nickelback documentary dropped, and I was so excited about it that I wanted to watch it a second time. So I had to Google Nickelback documentary trailer. And I go to an article that had the trailer, and it goes, other bands that you thought sucked but don't. And the first band on there was Good Charlotte. And I hadn't listened to Good Charlotte since middle school, like 8th grade. And I was a huge Good Charlotte fan. I wanted Billy's hair. I had their poster in my room. Loved Good Charlotte.
That's be one of them joints on Madden.
What?
I said this be one of the joints on Madden.
Yeah. Lifestyles. Is it Lifestyles Rich and Famous?
Yeah, and then it was like that. I don't really wanna be you.
I wanna be
just like you.
What I'm saying is, it's the anthem.
Yeah.
God, they rule. So I listened to the first song on their first album, Proclamation something. And I just I just pictured myself walking into a school with like a bowl cut and like my backpack and like open the double doors and like it's the last day of 8th grade. I'm gonna fucking take it on, just like what that looks like as a 30-year-old man looking like that. And I wrote 11 pages and had me, Michael, Ashley, Mary, and Ryan Myers in Ambule, and they were in the first 11 pages. Mm-hmm. And it was a really solid 11 pages. And I like immediately went and wrote this, like within minutes of hearing this song. I think CBD for all of this. And
we might have found the title for this episode.
I think CBD for all this. And then I then realized, like, there's so many more talented people at the Improv shop. And I basically just, like, asked Shit Show and Toxic, because there was a group chat already for Shit Show and Toxic at the time for something that fell through, who wanted to be in this thing. And anybody that said yes, I put them into, like, I think it was like 35 or 40 page script. And then we started doing rehearsals for that in 2024, and put that on the shop 3 times. And it was great. I think it went really well. I put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
And so did everyone else. Everyone else put more work into it than I did, I think. I mean, I wrote the script, but, like, Leslie was there with, like, a bunch of the props. Mary was there with a bunch of the props. Mary was there to control, like, the room if it got too loud, because I was too timid with that many people. And, like, I don't know. That's another thing, too, is when you work with that many people that are that funny, you learn that what you wrote doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the
outline.
Yeah, it's the outline. It's like the base, and then it can be built upon by everybody else, which is what happened every rendition of that show. The first show, like, one thing happened with one scene, and then the second show, like, it was just elevated more, and the third show changed completely. It was so cool. And then Ryan Myers and I worked on the musical part of it, because we had a musical number at the end of it, and that was so much fun. I love musicals. I actually also saw Book of Mormon that year for the first time live, and was blown away. Blown away. I still listen to it all the time. It's incredible, which I'm late to the game on that, I know. But
I mean, I've never seen it, so.
It's great. If you ever get a chance, definitely do it. And then after that, I took a trip I did that play with Justin, and then I took a trip to LA, and some shit happened in LA that made me come up with this idea for a short film, Wet Hands.
Hell yeah.
And that there of being like, I don't know how much of that you can actually put out, because I don't know how much it explains of the movie before it's released. Mm-hmm. So we might have to cut some of that. But I'll just say that Wet Hands came from...
I thought about stopping. I was like, should I let him tell this whole thing? I kind of feel like I shouldn't be letting him do this.
Well, that's for you. So you can keep that.
Yeah, that'll be my fault. I'll go ahead and edit this one, because that was my fault. I was like, wait a minute. We want people to watch this, so we shouldn't tell them the whole thing.
We can't tell them everything. But the handshake, at least, is fine.
Okay.
And so the short that I wrote, Wet Hands, came from this handshake with this guy. And I just wanted to kind of make fun of actors and myself mainly. And I love a good relationship argument piece. Triangle of Sadness, there's a part where they're like talking about who's going to pay the bill. It's like one of the best scenes in any film, I think, in my opinion. But it's that, like, heavily inspired, like, the dialogue in it, I think, too. And then I was casting it, and I was like, who do I argue with, like, pretty well? And Leslie Simmons. I don't think you can put that in there either. But I'll just go into why I casted her without saying that. So then I had, I wrote Wet Hands, and I guess there really is no other way to explain it, of like, who do I argue with the best from past, from I don't know how to word this, man. This is really difficult. Hang on. So I'll just say this. I'll just do it really quick, okay? This has to be edited out. Right?
I got you. All right, 135. All right, round of 135.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, where it starts getting muddy. Right? I wrote So then I wrote Wet Hands because of the handshake with him. And then casted Leslie Simmons. She's incredibly talented. She had just had her birthday show. Mm-hmm. It was a one-woman show, I think called The Leslie Show. And I was on a train back from LA, and I wasn't able to make it. But she's like an incredible writer. So I wanted to see it, and I didn't get to, and it sucks. But she sent me the script, and there's like this really great monologue that she has in it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm just going to cast her. Because I've always thought she should be in like a film, and I haven't seen her in a film before. And so I met up with her, and she was like, absolutely. She liked the script. So, I mean, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
And then we did rehearsals like 2 hours a week for like every week for like 2 months, I think, just to fully get it down to where we completely hated the script, had blocking down, knew where the room was. Like I went to the location before and like mapped it all out so we would use that at the annex. And then by the time we got on set, it was just like we knew what we were doing. And yeah, Leslie is incredibly talented and she's so great in the movie. And then Ricky Ross, who was the DP, incredible camera work as always. Brendan with the lighting. I mean, all these people that I've worked with before, I reached out to them specifically because I know how good they are. Mm-hmm. And I knew that I didn't have to be a part of the conversation much mm-hmm. because they knew what they were doing so well. And like, we just vibe really well. But a big thing with Wet Hands, I think, was collaboration is what I wanted to do with it. So like, I told Ricky, I was like, this is where I'd like to put the camera. If you have a better idea, do it. You know. Yeah. So it comes from like the writing thing of like, when you're surrounded by that many funny people, the script is only the foundation. Mm-hmm. When you're surrounded by that many talented people that are doing things that you don't know how to do, trust them. Yeah. That they will know what to do. Yeah. Unless they like want you specifically to tell them, then, you know, do that. But all of these people I've collaborated with many times before on films. This was just in a different way mm-hmm. where I was directing, and it paid off. I mean, everyone 110% killed it on this. That's shit. And it was crazy to direct and act at the same time.
I could imagine, yeah.
It was nuts. It was absolutely insane. It was so hectic. There's so many times where like Leslie and I would be doing a take and I'd be like really in it. And then I'd have to be like, cut, just like losing my mind. And poor Leslie had to like, I don't know. It was just like witness that and think like it had to do with her or something. It was funny most of the time of just like having to call action in character, which like I could have had Michael do that, but I also liked the insanity of it. And I think the most difficult thing is, as an actor, I hate watching the screen. I hate watching the monitor. Mm-hmm. But as a director, you have to. Mm-hmm. So that was difficult. And I ended up not watching the monitor most of the time, which I'm very lucky that it worked out the way that it did. Because Sam Baiamonte, who edited it, Baiamonte, did an incredible job with the first pass. And he was another person where I was like, you're great at what you do. I trust your comedic instincts, because I think a huge part of a film is editing. Like they say there's 3 films. There's the script, there's the one you film, and then there's the one that gets edited. Mm-hmm. And his comedic instincts are incredible. And so I was like, I want you to just have a first pass, and then we'll meet in the middle if I think it's like too different from what I was thinking. And it wasn't. It was perfect the way he did it.
That's fine.
It was great. And then Clark Griffiths with the color, he nailed that exactly what I was talking about. It was really cool to have so many talented people believe in this really, really ridiculous script. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fire, man. Damn, man. I don't know. All of this gets me excited to, like, you know, start working on shit, get things going, man, figuring out my lane, man. I want to start doing some shit with you, man.
Yeah. I'd love to. That's the thing is I I want to stay busy all of the time, and I am, and I make sure of it.
Hell yeah.
Because if I'm not busy, it's bad. It gets dark, and everyone sees it, and it's like, oh no, we gotta get him on something. It's true though. I really do. I have to stay busy, or else, I don't know. My mind just races and runs.
I feel that.
Apparently, it's a problem. I don't know. But yeah, I would love to do something. I'd love to do something. Anything at all. Right now, what's cool is I had like, and this doesn't have to go in here. I'm just talking to you. But I had like, I got there's wet hands when it played. There was enough people there that everyone was so kind.
That's what's up.
And like in receiving that, and I think a lot of people like reached out and were like, hey, I'd love to work with you on this. I'd love to work with you on this. And that's just, it's such a nice feeling of like meeting all these people that want to do the same thing. It's just, it's great. And there are a lot of, like I brought up the Lindenwood folks before. I think that's another huge thing, and I don't know where this will go, or if this is a part of it, or if I'm just talking to you. Mm-hmm. I don't know what any of this is anymore.
Well, some of this shit we gotta leave in here, player. I can't be editing this all day.
Oh, I know, I know. But I think the Lindenwood thing was cool because it was a student film called Gambling Man, and I didn't know anyone except for my buddy Bo Bomarito was on it, and I just want to hang out with Bo. Mm-hmm. And so I said yes. And the script was good too. And then I met my co-star in it, Dylan Michael Miller, who is like extremely talented actor. And then once that movie was wrapped, Dylan reached out with the script and was like, I'm not doing this unless you want to do it. And then within months, like maybe a month and a half, we shot that. And like he closed down like Main Street for it in St. Charles.
Yeah. That's nice.
It was great. And the script was incredible. And like after that, I met someone who did a short recently and had me and Bo in it together again. And the next day, me, Bo, and Dylan all got done. And so like when you say yes to something, it's like
into a bunch of other
it's
things.
A domino effect of just like meeting people and doing cool projects. That's like the biggest thing I can say is like say yes. And something that Ryan Myers told me, which he heard from somewhere else, but I only hear him saying it because he's a sweet boy, is if you don't think you're gonna, and I don't know, another thing you might have to check with him. If you don't think you're gonna do a project, like if you wouldn't want to do the project tomorrow, don't say yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's a nice little tip.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to it. Back to all that stuff. Wet Hands was great.
Hell yeah.
It played great, and now we're just submitting to festivals.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Get into it. You about to be out here for real, yo.
I hope so. I'd like to be out here for real. Because right now I'm working on the other short I was talking about, and then I'm working on a one man show that'll like revolve around kind of my mom and stuff like that. So I'm excited for that. I don't know when that'll happen because I have to that has to be pretty tip top.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
But yeah, working on stuff, always working.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a couple questions before I get you up out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't get to touch on it this time. You're going to have to come back, though, because as you can see, we had a lot to talk about.
Great.
We got more to talk about.
I talk too fucking much.
Yeah.
Man. That's why I told you. I was like, I
no, you're good, bro.
And I hate talking about myself, and then I talk too much about myself, and we can't talk about myself enough.
Nah, that was perfect. Like I said, it worked out perfect. Made my job easy.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit of smoking this time. So
great.
Give us a funny smoking story.
Oh, okay. So I used to smoke all the time.
Okay.
A lot. It's incredible what I used to be able to smoke. And something happened at one point. I took a hit of a dab. My first time hitting a dab.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I already know.
Tunnel vision.
Yep.
Ears went.
Yep.
I was done. Took off all my clothes. Went to my buddy's bathroom. I was like, I have to go to the hospital.
I've been there. That was my first time too.
Yeah, and my dad had to come and pick me up, and he was about to take me to the hospital.
Oh shit.
And and I'm like an adult. I'm like 20 something. and after that, something happened in my brain to where I couldn't smoke anymore. Yeah. And I think the one story that I always go to with smoking, if we have time for two, I have two. But one is I went to see La La Land for like the 8th time. I love that movie so much. When it was in theaters, I saw it. I think I saw it 8 times. I've also seen Interstellar 8 times and Avatar 8 times.
Dang.
Yeah.
Avatar, fuck with.
I saw all those in the theaters 8 times for whatever reason. And then La La Land, I was showing a bunch of friends the movie. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you guys gotta see this fucking movie. We have to smoke weed beforehand. It's so colorful. This is my first time smoking before it. I know now I cannot smoke weed and go to a movie theater. I am already paranoid enough, but like the state of the world, it's just a really scary feeling to go into a movie theater and be like paranoid and anxious. And so we all go in, and I walk in the theater and I go, oh fuck, because there's like all these people. Like it was packed, and the only rows left were like the front 4. And I was like, fuck, this is awful. This is awful. I'm going to die. I'm going to die in here. And I went and I sat on like the aisle seat by the exit. Because I was like, I'm getting the fuck out if I have to. And so I sat by the aisle seat, by the exit. And this time I'm an alcoholic. And so you bring beers in with you, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, she should.
Yeah. You got to bring that 2x4 because, movies are long. And we're sitting in there, and I'm just looking around. And there's this guy who is like slumped down, hood up in his seat.
Oh, hell no.
Right? And I'm like, that's the fucking guy. That's the fucking guy. And I don't know if you've seen La La Land. You should. It's great. But there is I believe it's the second song in the movie. Mm-hmm. Or is it third? I think it's third because they all go out. It's called Someone in the Crowd. And I was like, if someone's going to do anything in this theater, it's going to be to this song. So I stand up. I stand up, and I have to make sure that my 2x4 in my pocket doesn't spill. So I reach into my pocket while I stand up. And I'm like up against the wall, and like everyone is looking at me, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's me. No. And I ran out of the theater, and I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, you have to pick me up. He's like, I'm not picking you up. You're 26 years old. And I had to go back in, and I watched the rest of the movie.
Hell no. Fuck no. I wouldn't have let your ass back in. I definitely would have.
It was
fuck
awful.
that.
And that is such a perfect example of my whole life of trying to prevent something from happening and then being the one to make it happen.
I would have ran out that bitch so fast as soon as you came back in that motherfucker. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's probably one of my funniest times smoking.
Hey, that's lit as fuck, yo. That's funny as fuck. We clipping this shit, yo. MP3, you know what to do.
Yeah. It was a nightmare, but we made it.
Hey, that's funny. Holy shit. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The only other time I would say, it's a quick one. Me and my buddy Austin, we were on tour for my buddy's his band, his choir vandals. I was the merch guy.
Hey.
I love being the merch guy. And we went to a bar not far from the hotel with him and the drummer. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can like say names on these things.
Redacted.
Okay. Yeah. If there's any names that come up in this, you can just bleep them. Anything that isn't wet hands, just bleep it. No, shit show 2. Most names are fine. Anyways, so I'm with Austin. You can.
He's talking about Texas.
I'm with my best friend that I've known since like first grade and his band, and they're playing. And we go to this bar, and the drummer gives us, who's also a good friend of mine, gives us an edible each. And he told us that they were like what are the milligrams? Tell me the milligrams.
It's probably like 25 to 50.
But is there a lower one?
Oh yeah, like 5 or 10.
Right. So he told us these were like 5 milligrams.
Okay. But really,
they weren't. We were at the bar, and all of a sudden, things got weird. He leaned over to me and he goes, "Hey, don't tell him, but I gave you guys the 25." And I was just like, "Oh no!" And I turn and I look at my buddy, and he is staring at the bar. And I'm like, "Oh, we gotta go. We gotta get the fuck out of here now. We gotta go back to the hotel before this really hits." And so we get in the car, and he's like, "Man, this is crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, he gave us." Like I told him. All right, no, I didn't tell him until the next day. I just told him that our tolerance must be fucked because we were drinking. And so we're in the car, and we're going back to the hotel. But my buddy realizes we've been following this other car the whole time, so he takes the longest route to get back to the hotel, so the car doesn't think that we're following them. And so we get to the hotel, and he goes in the bathroom immediately, and I sit at the foot of the bed, and I turn on the TV, and it's cops. And I start crying because this mom is watching her son being put in a cop car. And I'm just like so upset. And he comes out of the bathroom, and he goes, "Dude," he goes, you need to go look at the bathtub." And I go, "Okay." And so I go look at the bathtub, and there's hair in it. And I'm like, "Okay, so there's hair in the bathtub." And he goes, "Yeah, dude, now look at these reviews." And the reviews are like, hair in the bathtub, blood on the walls, blood on the carpet, semen in a jar in the closet. And like there's all these reviews for things, and then like we look and we like see shit. Like the room becomes worse as we're looking around and these reviews are coming in. We're staying at like the worst motel ever in Salt Lake City. And so
Ted Bundy and the motherfuckers hanging out.
It was awful. And so we were like, what do we do? We can't wake it. We don't know how to get a hold of anyone. And so like we both lay on the bed.
Oh, hell no.
With like on top of the blankets though, with all of our clothes on and the lights off and the TV on, but the TV volume down. And every like 5 minutes he goes, "You need to check the people. Go check the people." And so I go and I check the people, and it's like the scariest thing I've ever had to do because I think someone is on the other side with a shotgun and they're going to kill me. And so this whole night we think that there are locals trying to kill us.
Y'all didn't just sleep in the car and just like go
We
somewhere?
couldn't move. We couldn't leave the room because we would have been shot on sight. And we waited till the sun came up, and it was like the longest night ever. But we ended up having that story, giving it to Compton, and then Compton wrote a script about it, and we went and filmed a teaser trailer for it.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, and we're waiting to get way more money to actually make it, but yeah, that would be the other time.
That's tight.
Yeah. So weed gives me nothing but panic. Yeah.
That's fair enough. Mm-hmm. I mean, it did that to me the first time I ever smoked because I was drunk.
Yeah.
And I got dabbed the first time.
Yeah.
So I didn't smoke for like almost a year after that. It might even been longer.
God, drinking and smoking is like the washing machine effect. You're just like, oh, you're spinning.
Yeah. Now I learned how to balance it out. You know, now
I never did. I never did. No, I did a lot of my shit in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my shit I did in high school, like drugs and drinking and all that.
See, I couldn't smoke in high school because we got drug tested. So I still like drinking.
Yeah. Was it CBC?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know how it go. Okay, so I got 2 more questions.
Great.
All right, the first one. All right, so I need 3 people that you would want to see on here.
That I want to see on here?
Yeah, and at least one you gotta be able to make happen.
One that I can make happen. 3 people to get on here. God, who do I want to listen to talk? I think. Because you already got Ashley and Ryan. Hang on. That's a really good question. Dante.
Okay.
Jared. People call him Jared. Jared, Dante. Lucy Dames, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out Lucy. She was in Too Funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Lucy's great. And I'm trying to think outside of the shop. No. Back to the shop. Michael Dort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to have him on. I haven't had him on yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a good cast. Right there.
It is.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. I'm about to get all of those on here. For real.
You should.
For real. Yeah.
You should. Jared Dante Wangenstein, incredible animator and writer. Just like so talented.
Okay.
And musician. He does it all. He's great. And the sweetest guy you'll ever meet in your life. That's true. Michael is, you know him.
No, yeah.
Whatever.
He
We're not talking about him. And Lucy is, Jared Dante is the sweetest guy you'll ever meet. Lucy Dames is the sweetest female sweet. They're both the sweetest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. I'll say that again. Jared Dante Wangenstein and Lucy Dames are the sweetest people you'll ever meet, and they'd be the best to have on here. They'd make a great duo on here too.
I'll have to work that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Lucy got to come as Chaz though.
Yeah. Yeah. Chaz is an incredible recurring character.
Yeah.
Insane. I heard that Chaz wasn't at the last awards, and it was Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played by Ashley.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those three people would be great. Jared or Lucy or Michael.
Hell yeah. I said we're gonna try to make our tree happen.
Yeah.
Our tree of them things.
All three of you.
All right, now last question. You got the ultimate smoke session, and it could be anybody dead or alive. Who you bringing there?
To the smoke session?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
You good, babe?
Okay. Sam Rockwell, Steve Zahn, Caitlin Deaver. I don't know. That's a weird crowd.
I know.
Sam Rockwell and Steve Zahn are too old to then have Caitlin Deaver. We'll take Caitlin Deaver out and put Sam Rockwell, Steve Zahn, and God, what's her name? Hang on. Because this is the correct answer. Amy Sedaris.
Riding in Cars with Strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie Caroline who put me onto that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, that would be lit.
Yeah, that's a good group right there.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Do they have to be famous?
No.
Oh. Great. Okay, well, I'll stick with it.
I mean, you can add 2 more. I said 5.
You did say 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Okay. Denzel Washington.
Ooh, y'all.
And
I just saw Highest to Lowest last week.
I still have to see it.
Great.
And I'm still going with famous people. And then I'll say Jared Dante Wangenstein.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, I can't throw him out now. No, keep Jared. Keep Denzel. Keep Amy Sedaris.
Just add a +1.
Keep Sam Rockwell. Take Steve Zahn out.
Oh shit.
Okay, yeah, I'll add a +1 and put Austin McCutcheon in there too. Because Austin McCutcheon, I said his full name again. My best friend from when I was in first grade. He is it first grade? He's the only person I can smoke with.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I did learn one thing from this whole episode. I ain't doing no crimes with you, bro.
Yeah. No. Why?
Cause you gonna say my name. Shit.
I know. I just Yeah, redact it. Go beep. Put the beep on it. It's just I feel like some of these some of the names they deserve to be known and said, and so they need to be brought up. But some names it's like, do we need to talk about that if it has to do with drugs?
Damn.
I don't think we do. So redact it.
Hey man, it's Too T3rp. That's all we talk about here in this drugs.
That's Too T3rpd. We talk about drugs.
We pro drugs around here.
We're pro drugs.
That's right. Dare taught us.
Dare. I got one more.
Go ahead.
So, I won't name any names. I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing a lot of Adderall and smoking a lot of weed. And we were riding around in this girl's car who was a year older. She was 16, and she would drive us around, and then my buddy would sell her weed. It worked out.
Ooh.
It was an exchange. And one night, it was late, and we were driving around one of those neighborhoods where the houses were being built. So, it was a good night.
Big money, cha-ching.
And so we would go into these abandoned houses and smoke.
Oh, y'all was y'all was one of them kids.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
I know. No, we were going to the house, and I remember we were just like speeding really hard and smoking weed and like balancing that out and just talking a mile a minute, sharing everything about each other to each other. And we got back in the car, and we're in this neighborhood where like no one lives, they're all abandoned houses. And all of a sudden there's a pair of headlights. And we knew. It's them boys. And me, it's difficult because like most of my, well, we won't even get into that. But like, we won't get into that.
See, funny, he figured it out when it come to him though.
Yeah. So we see the boys. They throw on the lights and we have to pull over. And immediately the driver is like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm with you fucking kids. What is going? And we're like, hey, you drove. Like, don't start now. And so they ask us all to get out of the car because we're being funny guys. And I remember my buddy put a bag of weed, or was it Oxy? He put something up his ass.
Oh.
I know.
He a real one.
Yeah. And so we get out, and I remember our one of the officers, because there's two officers there, one of them was our 5th grade DARE officer who remembered us. And we remembered her. And that was super funny.
Shit. Had he been to juvie before?
Huh?
Had the kid been to juvie before?
No.
He watched some movies or some shit. He just about that life. Hey, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, we all watch a lot of movies. And he had an older brother.
Okay.
But I'm dying laughing through this whole thing. I can't stop laughing. And she is like, okay, I have to search you guys. The car reeks of weed. You guys are obviously on something. And so she searches all of us, does the pat down and everything. And he puts his hands on the car, like she says, spreads his legs, and he's wearing gym shorts. And this baggie just falls out of his ass onto the ground. And the flashlight follows from his ass to the ground. And I die fucking. I'm like on the ground. I cannot stop laughing. I'm crying laughing. Like telling me to get up. I'm like, I can't. I don't know what you want me to do. I have no motor function. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. And we all have to like get taken in or whatever. And so I remember I was in the back of one car, and then my two buddies were in the back of the other cop car, and we were driving down the highway together, and we like looked over and could see each other and just like smiled. And then we got to the station, and we were just held there till our parents came and picked us up. But it was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen.
Hey,
this baggie falling out of his ass and hitting the ground.
I'm crying, bro.
It made like a like when it hit the ground.
Oh my God!
It was such a. It was great. Yeah.
Hey, man. Yo, I would have, see, I would have been that friend that would have made so many jokes, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I would have.
None of us could be serious.
Go.
Even the dude who, when it fell out of his ass, he was like, how'd that get up there? Like, he was joking the whole time.
Nah, how the fuck did it fall out, motherfucker? Keep it tight.
Hey, clench up, dude. No, it was very funny. We were all laughing the whole time.
Yo.
I think it's because we also knew that, like, we couldn't, I don't know, we weren't going to, like, get arrested. Just because.
Hey, that's some privilege right there. I wouldn't have thought that.
It is. It's completely
I wouldn't thought I was going straight in jail.
It's completely privileged. I mean, we were 15 years old, but at the same time, like, yeah, we were just like, we're not going to get it. We were also so high and speeding so hard that it was just like, nothing mattered.
Hey, man.
You know?
That's what
the good shit. Times. I'm kidding.
Oh, man. Hey, man. With that being said, don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Don't do them. It's really bad.
That's right. But if you do want to end up being an entertainer like this and you kind of want to learn a little bit more about Larry's life and how to do that, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Claudin. And that's it. I don't do Facebook. I have one. I don't use it. That's kind of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to plug?
No. There's a lot of cool stuff happening.
Hell yeah.
I think in St. Louis for a lot of people, I think St. Louis is going to be the kind of the home base for a lot of very cool people and places soon.
I agree.
Or not places. For the home base for a lot of people soon, I think, for sure. I think yeah, we're growing.
Hell yeah.
Cool stuff's happening.
1000% agree. And y'all already know you can find Too T3rpd. Follow us on all social media platforms. Find us on YouTube. Patreon content coming soon. I know I always say that, but I think we actually do got some shit coming now for once. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you follow Too Funny Sketch. Make sure you follow the social medias. Make sure you follow the YouTube for that too. Make sure you follow So T3rpd. We got some more coming soon. You already know. And don't forget to follow me, Donovan2408, on all social media platforms. Pow, pow.
Yeah. Bye-bye. I hope I didn't say too much crazy shit.
No. This was like a very tame episode.
Okay, cool. I'm always afraid I'm going to sound like a fucking asshole. Like an idiot. Like a dumb idiot asshole boy.
Nah, you good, bro.
Okay.
You was a good boy today.
Good.
But y'all already know. That's been another episode, and we will see y'all again next week. Peace. Ooh, I did that nice this time. That's what's up. Hey.
It's Too T3rpd.
Oh shit, I forgot. Speaking of raps, check out Normandy Boys. Check out Nick and Night and Kong. Check out the album release party this Saturday, 10 p.m. You already know. Improv shop. I'll be performing. They'll be performing. Touch Baseball will be performing. It's going to be a great night. Yeah, see y'all there.
It's going to be sick. I'm stoked for that.
You already know. Yeah.